Moving your family halfway around the world is a massive challenge at the best of times. But it's even tougher when you've never visited the country you hope to call home and some of your family just don't want to go. Danielle Pedley McKnight is desperate to uproot her family to Australia.
It is my dream come true. This is what I wanted for him.
But her husband and oldest daughters find the thought of leaving everyone they love in the UK too much to bear.
It's just be us over there, no one else that we knew.
So when a week down under shows them all what life could be like...
What do you think of this?
Will the whole family agree to make the move or decide home is where the heart is?
Yeah, we know the lifestyle out here is better, but just to see girls upset at the moment, it's tough.
Straddling the Pacific and Indian Oceans, Australia is the smallest continent on Earth. Home to just over 23 million people, its population continues to rise at one of the fastest rates in the developed world. With over 10,000 beaches and a sun-soaked climate, it's no surprise the country's the #1 destination for British families moving abroad. Danielle Pedley McKnight is consumed with the belief Australia's the place to give her children the action-packed, healthy outdoor lifestyle she craves for them. But with her daughters disinterested, her husband worried about leaving their life in the UK, and a failed visa attempt already behind her, she faces an uphill struggle if she's ever going to make it happen. Now, she has a week to convince her family to follow her dream. To reach Perth in Australia, the family spend almost 18 hours in the sky flying from London via Dubai. And everyone's relieved when the journey's over.
It was harder than I expected, to be fair.
I am genuinely exhausted.
Of the children, Ashley found it the easiest.
I like to fight because of the TVs.
But Danielle's excited to have made it down under for the first time.
Now I'm here and I'm looking at the sun. I forgot all that now. It's like labour. It's gone.
Guy's already worried about how far they've come.
And that's something that's playing on my mind, to be honest.
And Lauren, she's tired and emotional.
It's just how far away it is from everyone. I think I needed to.
As the family head off into Perth, Danielle knows she could have a battle on her hands, convincing Guy, Leah and Lauren to follow her dream. Meet the Pedley McKnights from Bradford in West Yorkshire. Their dad Guy, mum Danielle, 12-year-old Leah, 10-year-old Lauren and 7-year-old Ashley.
Right foot green.
Together for almost 20 years, Danielle and Guy are proof opposites attract.
I'm very outgoing. I'm quite happy to take risks. So I'm quite impulsive and he's not.
I'm a realist, really. I don't like to go and dream, but Danielle does.
You're not overly fussed about trying anything new. A bit boring, really.
A bit boring, yeah. Maybe a bit boring.
Ducks coming for you, Ash, be careful.
But Danielle's latest dream is threatening to shake Guy out of his comfort zone forever. Since attending a seminar about emigrating to Australia 4 years ago, she's been determined to move her family to the other side of the world.
I just came back absolutely buzzing with the idea that we need to move there because it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Guy wasn't keen, but convinced the country offered the girls a better life. Danielle pushed ahead and signed up with an emigration company to secure a visa.
The day that I registered for that company, I was like, yeah, okay, within 6 months we'll probably be in Australia.
My heart sank, my thought, what have we done this for?
Guy resigned himself to following Danielle's dream.
Put the house up for sale. We've got offers on the house.
But their plans came to an abrupt halt when 6 months and thousands of pounds later, a visa failed to materialise.
So we'd lost £2,600, I think it was. I was quite angry that we'd lost that money and the company could do that to you.
It was a difficult time for the couple. But Danielle refuses to give up, and 3 years later she's more determined than ever to follow her heart.
When we're out for the day, if it starts to rain, I will say things like, oh, if we were in Australia it wouldn't be like this. Or when we're in the car and it's really sunny, I'll say, if we were in Australia it'd be like this all the time.
The girls are well used to Danielle's constant Australia patter.
She'll always, from the conversation we're having, she'll be able to bring up Australia in it.
And the more she talks, the more vivid Danielle's vision of her life in Australia becomes.
The girls will have their few hours at school. I'll be at work, but not as many hours as I have to put in now. Guy will be doing his dream job. We'll come home and then go swimming in the back garden or what have you, and we'll be earning double what we earn over here. So we'll have this massive grand house. We can afford to have his family come and stay with us. So as unrealistic as it is, that's my dream.
Come on, it's raining, let's go.
But having made a costly mistake before, Danielle knows convincing Guy to make the move is going to be a mammoth task.
I think about with my head rather than the heart. It's all around finances, jobs, house. Can we afford it? Are we going to be stable?
Used to having family on the doorstep, Guy's also racked with guilt at the prospect of leaving his parents in the UK.
If all happens, what am I going to feel like? Because if we're at the other end of the world, it's not as though you can just jump on a bus. And that's why I'm just torn. I really am.
Leah and Lauren share Guy's concerns about giving up everything they have at home.
I'm so close to my family and my cousins especially. And I've just gone up to high school and I've made so many close friends, it's just going to be hard to restart again. That is just be us over there, no one else that we knew. And like special days like birthdays or anything, or Christmas, it'd just be us. And it won't be like a family day because we won't have any family over there.
The week ahead is Danielle's best chance to convince Guy and the girls Australia really is where they belong.
We can't keep living our life in limbo. We've done it for the last 4 years. We need to make the decision.
This week in Australia, it's really important to us because it's going to depend on what we're going to do for our life and where we live.
If we were to get over there, and even if I thought it was absolutely everything I dream of, and if it ticks every single box, if my girls look at me and say, "Mummy, we can't go," then I won't go.
To find out if Australia offers the lifestyle Danielle's been dreaming of, the family are visiting Perth. Their home for the week is in Quinns Rock, a coastal suburb 25 miles north of the city. But will their first taste of Australian living meet Danielle's expectations?
Looks like your neighbour's house, doesn't it? An open away house.
Hopefully that's not a sign of drama to come.
Let's go have a look. Oh my word.
No complaints yet.
Wow, that's massive, isn't it? This is what you said, open plan.
This is the open plan.
Everyone's happy so far, but when they discover a pool in the garden, the excitement levels go through the roof.
What's Ashley?
It's everything Danielle's talked about, and even Guy seems impressed.
It's thumbs up for me, it's good.
I'm so excited. I feel like a kid that's been given a Christmas present. I wanted my husband and my children to think it were just as great as I do, and so far they are.
But despite all the positive energy, as the family settles in, it's clear Guy's not committing to anything just yet.
It's the biggest decision we're going to make in our lifetime. So we've just got to wait up this week, see what happens, and see if we do live the dream.
Everything depends on the next 7 days, and Danielle's hoping it all goes to plan.
Even though I've had this dream for forever, the girls and Guy haven't, and I need to convince them. Well, I hope Australia convinces them, and I won't need to.
In the UK, UK, home for the Pedley McKnights is a 5-bedroom house in Bradford. But Danielle's so focused on her dream, she's lost heart in it.
We stopped decorating, we stopped doing everything that we wanted to do because I think, well, I'm just going to leave it anyway.
Guy's grown used to seeing Danielle tempt the girls with Australian properties online.
She's there viewing houses. Look at this, girls, look at the state of this house. Oh, we could have get this house, we might be able to afford this house.
If Danielle gets her way, the couple's budget for a house in Australia is around £250,000. And she knows exactly what she wants.
I want the open plan kitchen, dining area, the pool, not too far from the beach, not too far from the schools. That'd be great. But it needs to be new, it needs to be grand.
To find out what kind of house they could have, we'll show the family 3 properties, 2 on budget and a third which could be their dream home. Only after they've seen each one will they find out its value. To get the day underway, the family travel 14 minutes north of central Perth to the well-established suburb of Clarkson. Offering schools, recreation and shopping facilities and only 10 minutes drive from the beach, it's the kind of area Danielle wants. But will the house be up to spec?
Wow, double garage. Oh my God.
Guy's happy before they've even parked up. Inside impresses initially.
Wow,
But moving on to the master bedroom, Guy quickly finds a fault.
I hate that fence. I just don't like it at all. Tin fence, it just doesn't look right to me.
Danielle skillfully shifts the girls' attention to the impressive walk-in wardrobe.
What's that, walk-in wardrobe?
Look there. What do you think of that?
Look at
Look at the size of that, eh?
You could live in there, Ashley.
Yeah.
Walking wardrobe.
You want a walk-in wardrobe?
With 3 daughters, Guy's easily outnumbered. And the open-plan living kitchen area is exactly what Danielle has been dreaming of.
Wow, that's nice.
Danielle's speechless, and the girls already feel at home.
Could you? What about you?
I could.
And Guy?
It's nice.
It's a great start for Danielle, and with 3 other bedrooms, the girls would have their own space too. And the bathroom?
Oh, this is nice. I quite like that enclosed bath.
Just seems quite small.
It'll be
Probably
a
standard size bath.
With a little help from Danielle, the property sold itself inside. But outside, Guy spotted another blot on the landscape.
I don't like that brick wall there.
Why?
I don't know, I just don't like it.
Once again, Danielle swiftly sidesteps Guy's negativity.
I like the fact that you can't be overlooked. In ours, you can be overlooked from someone's upstairs, and if
Yeah.
this is high, you can't be
Check
overlooked
that,
in your
yeah.
garden.
But she knows her words are falling on deaf ears.
I'm a bit gutted, really, because you seem to be quite disappointed with it now.
Yeah.
I do, yeah. I think even if the inside's nice, the outside's not.
After a really positive start, Danielle could have hit a wall. But she's still keen to find out what this house costs and whether their £250,000 budget would be enough to cover it.
I realistically think it's £290.
I think it's
Gonna be
gonna be
260.
Seen some beauty houses, I think I'm going to say that it's on budget.
Time to find out if Danielle's right or wrong.
God, 245,400. See, I knew it, didn't I? I knew it when I said it on budget.
That is cheap.
She may be a dreamer, but Danielle's on the money here.
So that 5,000, we could buy a pool.
You get a pool in there, but...
You can get a small pool. You can
get
get a
a small-
paddling pool.
get a hot
Get a
tub.
hot tub.
Get a tub.
House hunting's got off to a great start for the Pedley McKnights. Hopefully the next home will be just as promising.
Right, let's go see next house now.
It's in Carramar, an area slightly closer to central Perth. Although further inland, it's still only 15 minutes from the beach. With an excellent range of amenities, including parks and shops, it should be a perfect fit for the family.
I like it that it's cul-de-sac though, Dan.
Guy's happy with the location, but will the house be somewhere the family could call home?
Wow, it's big.
I don't like that.
It's just what we don't have, walking into a room with no doors, but I don't mind it.
Straight away, Danielle's on the defence.
Good size
Yeah.
master bedroom in it. Yeah. So what if you have a look in there? Yeah.
And another roomy wardrobe keeps Lauren on side.
Ever since Mum started talking about it, I've always wanted to walk in wardrobe like that.
The ensuite's not small either.
Look at the size of them showers.
And once again, the open plan living area's a winner.
Oh my God, look at the size of this. When I walked in and saw that room, I thought that might have been it, and this is a lot bigger than I expected.
It does feel nice.
Despite initial reservations, Guy could be coming round. But when they move on to look at the other bedrooms, he spots a familiar problem.
A metal tin, again.
Horrible fence you don't like.
Horrible fence.
Danielle could have a battle on her hands convincing Guy to go for a place like this, and the bathroom presents another issue.
It's a bit tight in it, that bath. That's the thing, they are smaller, don't you think? Don't you think they're smaller? I think it's smaller.
Danielle's staying stum, so Guy puts it to the test.
It is small, but obviously I'll be at the other end at bath, but it is quite small still.
Moving on, even Danielle realises this house might not be a perfect fit.
As much as we need a house for 5 of us, ultimately we want enough space to be able to have us family over, don't we?
I don't think it's right.
The house hasn't measured up, but what about the garden?
I think it's just really tight, loving on top of each other.
Getting the sun though, aren't you, in the middle of the day? Yeah. It's nice.
Again, Danielle knows when she's beaten.
I just don't think it's ticking our boxes, this house, is
I
it?
don't, no, it's not ticking it at all.
No.
It might not be perfect, but can the family afford a house like this?
It's a dreaded price.
Dreaded price.
Yeah.
It's going to be more because of the area.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
That's
more.
what I think.
They have £250,000 to spend.
Oh my God!
I was expecting about 300,000.
I would expect it to be a lot more because of area. I'm feeling really positive again now. Yes, we didn't like this house, but I'm feeling positive again now with regards to what we can afford.
Yeah, can afford,
yeah.
Don't talk. Here we go, girls.
Staying in the northern suburbs, the family head to the popular area of Tapping.
The size of that.
Oh my God.
Just 30 minutes from central Perth, the area has schools and parklands perfect for the children.
This is nice. It's a nice. You can
see
feel the area.
difference in the area, can't you?
We found what could be the Pedley McKnight's dream home, but will they agree?
This has got.
Oh my God.
What do you think of this?
Excited, girls? Hopefully what's inside won't be a letdown.
Oh my God.
Danielle did say she wanted grand, and Guy's blown away too.
It's got that wow effect on it. It's just got that.
This is exactly what Danielle needs to make Guy and the girls share her vision for their future.
Oh wow. I'm assuming it's master bedroom.
And with 3 more big bedrooms, the girls are spoilt for choice.
Leo, this is my bedroom.
Next up, the open plan living area is just what Danielle's been looking for.
Oh, this is nice.
The couch should fit there.
Guy's impressed too.
You can tell the difference in finish,
Yeah.
look at it. The quality, the finish.
And even the sight of a fence isn't enough to put him off.
Could you live with it?
Have the written fence. Yeah. Have the written fence for this.
This place has definitely put everyone on the same page, and the discovery of a cinema room is further cause for celebration.
Wow, look at that. That's nice, isn't it?
Really nice.
Oh, man. Imagine DVD nights here.
And when the family make their way to the garden, there's a welcome surprise for Ashley.
It's what?
At last, a house with a pool, and Ashley can't wait to dip her toes in.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
With areas for entertaining, it's exactly what Danielle wants. But what about everyone else?
I think these 3 are sold now. It's just you.
Just made to be sold.
There could be trouble ahead, but for now, the family need to find out how much a dream house in the sun would really cost and whether their £250,000 budget would cover it.
What do you think now, price-wise?
325.
310.
310. I think 350.
I feel sick.
Feel
I
sick.
do actually feel sick, yeah.
Time to put Danielle out of her misery.
£344,400.
Yours the closest.
I was closest for the first time ever. You could just tell it was going to be around that price. You could tell just by the difference in quality.
It's 100,000 more than the first one.
Just over 100,000.
It's not, you know, it's not a million miles away, I guess. I would open it
100,000.
Yeah, I would open it 100,000 away, but you know.
Discovering the dream house was out of reach for now wasn't Danielle's perfect ending, but on the whole it's been a successful day for the family. Property One delivered much of what Danielle was hoping for, and discovering it was £5,000 under budget was a great start. Although not spacious enough, the location of Property Two impressed the family, and it wasn't beyond their reach. The final property of the day proved to be a real dream home, but with a price tag to match. Remaining optimistic, Danielle still felt it could be something to aspire to. So how will the day impact on everyone's choice between property in Australia and the UK?
Australia! Australia! Oh my God! Miss Australia. We're all sold on houses then, yeah?
So my first box ticked.
Five out of 5 votes for Australia is a brilliant and unexpected result for Danielle. But knowing how risk-averse Guy is, she realises her dream could yet end washed up if he can't be convinced he'll find suitable work down under. Back in the UK, Danielle is a human resources manager in a supermarket.
I've worked for the same company now for almost 19 years. I've done the HR role for about 5 years.
Guy's been employed at the same company for 21 years, but unlike his wife, who's happy to move on, having worked his way up to being a store manager, he's reluctant to leave.
Yeah, it's very daunting. I've never worked anywhere else. I've never had to have an interview outside of the chain.
Convinced he could have an even better job, Danielle's been tempting Guy with a suggestion he could realise his dream of becoming a policeman down under.
She's dangling that carrot that, yeah, if you can go over to Australia, you might be able to apply for the police force in Australia. It's a big carrot. It's a big difference in job what I do now, but it'd be something that I'd love to do.
While the girls are looked after by a childminder, the couple set about exploring work options in Perth. For Guy, the day starts at the Western Australian Police Academy in Joondalup.
Morning, Guy. I'm Ben. Nice to meet you, mate.
Nice to meet you. I'm Guy. Nice to meet you.
Welcome to the Police Academy.
Ben Atherton's recently joined the force and is happy to give Guy the lowdown on the recruitment process.
28-week training course here at the Academy. There's a lot of classroom-based training, a lot of scenario-based training. There's the OSTU, covering the firearms and all the accoutrements. Your deployment into suburbs and spend a few days with current serving officers.
Sounds good, but Guy's about to be hit with some bad news.
If you were still considering joining the police, you would have to get the permanent residency.
Permanent residency as well?
Yourself.
Right.
Unless the couple can qualify for a permanent residence visa straight away, it looks like Guy's plans to become a police officer could be on hold for another few years.
It's something in the long run that we can look into. But obviously I would have to look at some sort of other career prior to it.
Hopefully Danielle's chances of finding the job she wants straight away are more likely.
Hi Danielle, welcome to the RAC. Nice to meet you.
She's keen to move away from retail, so we've arranged for her to meet Human Resources Manager Jenny Milne at a motoring organisation.
So come on up, we'll go up to the HR area. Okay.
After a quick look around, Danielle's ready to talk business.
Now you've had a chance to look at my CV, have you got any thoughts of where you think I might fit within Western Australia's HR?
I think at the HR business partner level would be a really good start for you.
Okay.
Advising our leaders within the business or any organisation.
The role isn't as senior as Danielle's current position, and when Jenny informs her there aren't any suitable vacancies at the company, it's a double blow. But Danielle's refusing to be put off.
So do you know if there is any jobs available in Western Australia?
Yes, there's definitely HR manager roles, there's HR advisor roles, and both permanent and contract.
Encouraged, Danielle moves on to ask about a typical working week in Australia.
What kind of hours do you guys work?
8:30 till 5. Unless you're working with an organisation that has 7-day operations, in most businesses are you going to be working Monday to Friday.
Used to shift work at home, that's better news.
What are their salaries?
About £45,000.
Wow, that's a lot more than what I would be earning now at home.
around £15,000 more. That could fuel Danielle's argument for making the move, so on the whole, it's been a good meeting.
The salaries are fantastic. The title's not really an issue because it's just the differences from the UK to here, so that's not an issue. But it's a fantastic company from the sounds of it, and the fact that they don't have any jobs is disappointing.
Meanwhile, concerned about his short-term prospects, Guy goes to meet Bronwyn Butcher, a recruitment specialist in the retail sector. And after his earlier disappointment, he's delighted to hear what she has to say.
There's actually a skill shortage at senior level for store managers.
That's really good, that.
I'm actually working on some roles right now, Guy, that I actually think I could place you in.
What type of income would I be looking at?
Anywhere between £46,000 to about £67,000.
So that's quite promising. That's more than what I am on now.
It's been a great result for Guy, but when he reunites with Danielle, it's soon clear her negative news is overshadowing the positive.
They don't have any jobs currently for me. Want fantastic, really.
She's further disappointed by Guy's news on police recruitment, but when he tells her about the rest of his day, her spirits soon soar.
I went to see a recruitment agency and they said, yeah, there's vacancies out there now for me, on good money as well.
Well, why don't we just stay and send you for some interviews over here?
Nice try, Danielle. So how will the day's discoveries play out when it comes to choosing between work in Australia and the UK?
Undecided.
What?
So I had some great information with retail, but not really good information about the police that I wanted to do.
Yeah, but you could do your retail and then 2 years later you can apply for your police when you're a permanent resident.
Yeah, I'm still just... There's that much information going around in my head at the moment.
That's a cop-out.
It's not a cop-out.
Even the lure of a job with a good salary wasn't enough to convince Guy on employment prospects down under. And Danielle's undecided vote could mean she's now beginning to waver. A day exploring the Australian lifestyle she so desperately desires for Leah, Lauren and Ashley could be just what's needed to put Danielle's dream back on track and get the rest of the family on side. Keen to let the girls experience a typical Australian activity, the family head to Trigg Beach for a surf lesson with some students from Queen's Senior High School.
Surfing isn't just like a thing, it's a way of life.
Well, is it great for the kids to meet other kids and to socialise as well?
Yeah, it's really good. You get to meet lots of people out in the water, you make like really good friends with people.
Yeah.
It's exactly the lifestyle Danielle's been trying to sell to the girls.
It's a dream come true. It is my dream come true. This is what I wanted. I wanted to see the girls outside and I wanted this for them.
Paddle, close your hands together to get the most deepest paddle you get. So you go 1, 2.
Well done, Ashley!
Well done!
And Guy agrees the experience is something special.
It's just amazing. See the girls out here having fun, meeting new people, experiencing things that they've never experienced before.
Ashley's always been sold on her mum's idea of moving, but today's winning Leah and Lauren over too.
To do this every day at school would be really good. I probably would want to move over here if we did this at school. I can definitely imagine myself doing this all the time.
Their enthusiasm has increased Danielle's determination to get the life she's been pining for.
When it was just a dream, it was a dream of a country that I've never even been to and all it was is research. But now I've seen it, I want it even more.
Guy, on the other hand, still has doubts.
I've got so much mixed emotions going around at the moment. If I could pick my family up, and Danielle's family up, bring them to Australia, I'd be here straight away. Without doubt, I'd be here. But that still is the massive pull, and that's going to be the hardest decision we need to make.
The family round off their day with an ice cream on the beach.
If we were at home, these wouldn't be melting, would they? No.
It'd be nice and cold.
Yeah.
It is nice and cold.
Everyone's embraced the Australian lifestyle, but it's not long before Guy steers the conversation round to his biggest concern.
I've still got that thing about the family back in my head still.
We can't change that though, can we?
I know we can't, and I don't know, and that's my concern. I don't know what it's going to be like.
Looks like Danielle and Guy have much more discussing to do. But first it's time to find out if today has done enough to make them all choose Australia over the UK.
Based on the things we have done today, it is now time to vote.
Australia! Australia! It's a no-brainer for me, to be honest.
I knew it from the start of the day.
It's just Australia.
With everyone bowled over by the beach, Danielle's dream survives another day. But knowing Guy's cautious nature, she's aware she'll need to convince him moving won't break the bank. The couple would rely on proceeds from the sale of their home to fund the move. They believe its value is around £150,000.
Are you ready then?
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
To see if they're right, we sent round 2 estate agents.
Oh, what's his house?
Yeah, really good size front room.
Doesn't it look good? Don't you think?
Good sized rear garden, recently landscaped. Ideal for the growing family.
Massive, if you think about it, it's quite big, isn't it, the
massive.
garden?
A good sized bathroom, nice shower cubicle, but probably needs the grouting redoing.
But picking up and every little bit.
In the current market, I would put this property on at 145,000, and for a quick sale, 139,950.
That's low, that.
In the current market, I would value the property at 145,000. For a quick sale, I would value the property at 140,000.
Potentially, we could have lost £10,000 equity out of the house.
No, we haven't. Potentially we're only talking 5,000.
But what I'm saying is their advice for a quick sale.
Yeah, no, but we don't have to.
We don't have, well, yeah.
It's not a deal breaker for me for that.
The couple move on to compare their finances down under. To help, we've provided some on-the-ground figures, starting with the weekly shop.
Fresh mash, that's an expensive one there.
But we could
you could buy potatoes and do it if you needed to.
Stop being lazy.
Chicken is $175 more expensive.
Which we have to buy because Lauren doesn't eat
Lauren,
much
you
else.
don't help. Beef's cheaper.
Beef's quite a lot cheaper. In fact, the beef would almost compensate for the chicken.
Overall, the couple would pay almost £15 more for food every week.
That's nothing, is it really?
But Guy's convinced they'd be spending even more.
Say £10 to £15 on top of that. And on average, I'm saying top up things, so we've got one lot of milk on there, you add another milk, won't we? You know what we're like.
Right.
Even with the extras, the figure seems manageable.
Yeah, so it's only £29 a week extra. I expected it to be more than that. Okay.
Next, the couple compare their bigger monthly bills, basing their mortgage on the first property they viewed.
And that's £633 more than what we pay now.
That's huge, isn't it? It's like
massive.
A wage.
Staying positive, Danielle points out the areas where they could make savings.
And 40 better off for TV, cable TV. That's good.
What we talked about depends what type of
yeah, but let's just look
package
at
we've
that.
got.
Let's just look at that. We'll go with that figure, yeah. Don't say but. Let's just leave it at that. £40 better off there. Let's just move on.
The calculations reveal they'll be paying out just over £200 more every month in Australia.
Okay, so should we do it?
I'm alright with that. That's manageable.
Okay.
Danielle's hopeful the couple's potentially higher salaries will make up the shortfall, and she's not wrong. Based on Guy working in retail and Danielle working full-time, their joint income would be almost £1,500 higher than in the UK.
Can we just talk about that for a sec before you're going to go on to something else?
You're looking at that figure, you've got to take away that figure there. Don't forget you're part-time now. So if we're back in the UK, your figure, our income would be more still, full-time. But that is a big tick for me, full-time, £700, massive amount more money a month, just for me. So it's all good at the moment, it's all thumbs up at the moment.
You need to tell your face it's thumbs up.
It is though, it is.
Even with their higher outgoings, the final sums show the family would have more disposable income down under.
It's 1,282 better
off a month.
A month.
Wow.
It's a considerable increase, and even recalculating to see where they'd stand if Danielle remained in part-time work, things look good.
We are still 10,644 a year
Better off. Here. Big ticks in it, yeah.
Despite Guy's add-ons, Danielle's been proven right. So how will their findings influence their decision between finances in Australia and the UK?
You ready? Let's go for it. Australia.
So glad you did that.
It's a no-brainer.
So glad you did that.
It's a no-brainer.
I might have to kill you.
Realising their finances could flourish in Australia could have put Guy more in favour of a move. But there are some things money can't buy, and as the family prepare to watch messages from loved ones together, Danielle knows this could be the hurdle she just can't overcome.
This is the biggest decision. This is the hardest part it's going to be now.
And Lauren's already crying.
You all right, love?
Already?
Okay.
Oh, are you alright?
Right, are we ready then?
Yeah. Put it on.
Well, let's just put it on then. Let's just do it then.
Hello!
You having a good time?
Don't get too sunburnt, Guy.
How to describe Danielle?
She's awesome. She's mega.
Guy's quite...
Well, he laughs with us, but he's not so big with
He ain't
the
got a clue what we're saying.
No. Is he?
The girls are their world, really. Yeah, do a lot with them.
Your friends are the family that you would choose, but Danielle's both my friend and my family. And she's like my person. And it's really hard to imagine how you'd carry on without your person being there, being 5 minutes away, being 10 minutes away.
He's like my big brother. I just could not imagine him not being there.
It's like a big part of my life missing.
I'm really gonna miss them.
I wasn't going to cry, I said I won't cry. No. I want to see my grandchildren grow up.
Life without you here would just be pretty hard. But we love you and we want you to be happy. And if Australia is where you are going to go to be happy, then we absolutely support you with that. And we would do anything to stand in your way, because you mean more to all of us than you could even imagine.
I want you to make a decision just for you guys, not for us. Danielle, you're my baby sister. I'm supposed to look after you, and you'll be miles away.
I just don't want any of you to go. I just love you too much. You just need to stay at home with us.
Isn't that what harder? Oh, more easier than you thought it was going to be. Harder.
But I just miss my family too much to even come here.
Yeah, we know the lifestyle out here is better. I know that now, I can see that. But just to see the girls upset at the moment, it's tough. Has it shocked you? Has it shocked you? How bad?
Yeah. It's changed my decision, I think.
Hearing from home has been a heartbreaking indication of how much the whole family will be missed by loved ones. And though it's been her dream all along, confronting the reality of being on the other side of the world has been tougher than Danielle had imagined. With their all-important final decision inching ever closer, will the family decide the emotional cost of a move is too high a price to pay? When Danielle arrived in Perth a week ago, it was the first time she'd set foot in Australia, and the country's more than met her expectations.
Being here this week has shown me that it doesn't have to be a dream, it can be a reality.
The week's also allayed some of Guy's concerns about moving.
Every day I've come here, I've felt better about Australia, about the kids spending their life here.
The family now face an incredibly tough decision. Do they pursue the life Danielle so desperately wants for them, or stay close to everything they love in the UK?
I did start off the week up here, and even with the ups and downs, the majority of the week I have been sort of high on life, really. But I feel a little bit like, after watching those family videos, it's definitely put a different spin on how I feel.
I have made my decision, but it was a really hard decision because when we watched the video it just made us all upset and it made us remember our family back in the UK.
This is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make.
My heart, it's split in two. One way I'm saying, yeah, I want this. And then on the other hand, you're there and you see how it affects the girls. I'm just torn. I really, really am torn.
It's just so much information that I found out in this last week that I've got to put in my head and like make a good decision. And it's just so hard. And right now I just don't know what I'm going to do.
It's time to find out where the family will call home.
Australia?
Yeah.
Australia? I genuinely thought everyone were going to vote UK.
Even though I've voted Australia, I'm still upset that it felt the family and stuff, but
I chose the UK because I don't want to be this far from the family.
It's been really great, it's just I can't see myself moving all this way when we could have the family just next to us.
I didn't expect you to vote Australia, I can't believe it.
Ultimately, I think this is where the family should be, but it's going to be tough. Did I?
No, I didn't.
After a week of real highs and lows, Danielle has finally got Guy and, surprisingly, Lauren to sign up to making the move. And though Leah and Ashley decided home is where the heart is, it looks like Danielle could be well on her way to getting the life she's been dreaming of. We wish them all a great future down under and hope they receive lots of visits from family once they get there.